Devin here with Ground Force Metal Detecting. Headed to a park to do a little detecting with the Manticore. Try to find some old silver. This park has 3 baseball fields that all 3 have been there since at least the 1950s. Looking on historicaerials.com and comparing current aerial photos of the park to aerial photos from 1957 shows all 3 baseball fields were there. So we're gonna go check it out. I've got permission on this park, and see what we find. Let's go. Okay guys, so I'm here at the park, and so on the Manticore and certain metal detectors, I tilt my coil about 3 or 4 degrees, 5 degrees to the left. That way when I'm swinging to the left, it's just easier on my arm to keep the coil level. Alright, so we are in all-terrain general. Okay, noise cancel. We're going to go ahead and do a noise cancel. Ground balance, I have tracking on. Okay, this is old baseball field here, so we're gonna just leave tracking on, see what happens. Recovery speed, I'm gonna leave alone at 5. Discrimination pattern, I'm leaving alone. Ferrous limits, I'm leaving alone. My ferrous volume should be set at 10. It is. You know what, I'm gonna turn that up to 12. We'll go back. 1 region all tones, which I want. Enhanced audio with rich profile. Okay, multi-IQ of course, and the only thing in general settings are I changed it to red numbers. Other than that, I started with a factory reset yesterday, so this is still how I had it set, and we'll go ahead and see what we can get here. Now, I've found silver coins before. I found, I think, a silver dime in this area here. I'm just gonna swing around a little bit here. Now, I'm not gonna be digging up a bunch of mid-tones because there's a lot of aluminum in here. I'm really looking for those 80s. Like that. Kind of a sketchy 80s. My foot there, and camera's going to knock its detector over. Camera got messed up a little bit there. I'm gonna keep my foot there and fix my camera, or else I'll forget. Alright. Alright, well, that's deeper than the pinpointer is gonna go. A lot of roots. About a 6-inch plug there. Right there. I got it. And it is a CLAD dime. But that's the type of signal I'm looking for. And about that depth, I've found older dimes. Now that dime didn't just get there yesterday anyway. But trying to find something a little older. Look at that, there's another one right there. So to pinpoint this, all right, got a signal right there, right? So center your coil over, turn around, see we've got a good signal each direction, right? I'm going to back it off until I lose the signal like that. So my target's right there. I turn and verify the spot is right there. It is a little deeper again, which I could tell by the sound. Another CLAD dime. They turn red in the soil. Good, it's new. So like, nobody can tell where my plug was. Okay, when I walk away from here, they're not even going to be able to tell me where I dug. And that's important. I'll turn my volume up a little bit. So that's almost definitely a zinc penny. Very shallow. That's going to be a piece of trash. Got my sensitivity at 24. I'm going to leave it there. That's plenty. You don't want to turn the Manticore up with sensitivity, like, you know. So like, look at, if I put this at 30. So sensitivity at 30, which I don't normally run. And usually you get a bunch of EMI, ground noise, and then probably a lot of this chirps could go away if I lowered my sensitivity, and you don't gain that much depth. Like, I gotta check my target. If I get a good target, I'm gonna check it on lower sensitivity. So it brings out a lot of falsing. See, getting a 96 there, there's nothing there. See the 90s bouncing around? There's no 90 target here. See, if I dig that, it's going to be a junk. So let me lower my sensitivity back down. We'll go to 25. See, there's a mid conductor there. Lower my sensitivity to 22, okay? This is going to pick up just as much. There's a quarter right there. Damn it. Right there. Now let's crank a sensitivity up to 30. It's working really good today. I'm gonna do 25. So that quarter's pretty shallow. I'm gonna pop it out of here. Right there it is. Just popped it right out. Using the pinpointer on the surface. And if it goes off, you know it's right there. You know it's shallow. And you can just pop them right out of there. Got another one, the same hole. Same spot. Same exact spot. So somebody dropped a couple quarters right here. There's another one. Something else in there. Let's recheck the hole. There's a nail down in there. something right there. Something a little deeper here. Look at the ants. I hit an ant nest. Let's check it out. It's up toward the front of my hole there. Something a little deeper. So this is a pretty nice park, so typically I use a rag. You want to wear gloves when you're doing this. It's a little deeper than those other dimes. I think I might have got it. Got it out. Oh man, it's a penny. Another 4 red dimes. Let me tell you. This place is loaded with dimes. And there's a red quarter. Look at that. I think that was it. But we'll check the hole. We'll check the spot again. Forgot to check it. Yeah. Sorry, that was it. Penny. Trust me, there's silver in here. Penny. You might notice that I don't worry about covering every inch. That's because there's no way I can cover this entire park, so mathematically I have just as much a chance as finding something here as I do here. And I'm not squaring off an area or anything like that. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.